live?
We are live?
We are live.
Oh, watch what I say.
Thank you. Since it's almost 7 o'clock. And nobody's down here.
I thought they'd take that. I walked out. Probably thought it was 10 up.
I was in the top. Where was you?
Is this thing working okay?
Jonathan's on right now.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
So far, so good. We're just getting settled. Lori will be right out.
First fair agenda. Oh, sure, right. You might have to fight the crowd. The passes. Is Jonathan on?
Yeah, I asked him to call early to make sure he was on. Oh, okay. That won't-
Someone left it for you?
What did you say?
Don't sit down, it's 7 o'clock.
And I did, because I didn't listen to you. All right. Welcome to the January 21st, 2025 Village Board meeting. If you could please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everybody have a chance to look at the minutes?
Yes.
Can I get a motion to approve the January 6th minutes?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. So the next item, discussing diesel and gasoline. It's a little bit of a broader item as well. It includes the salt right now. We have shared services with the town where we purchase the gas and diesel, but they have it in their gas boys, and then we purchase the salt and they store the salt for us. We pay them storage fee, I'm not sure what it's called, O&M. Anyway, we pay them for the gas and diesel to store it for us, and the salt to store us. We pay on an annual basis an amount of money to have that storage. Unfortunately, the town doesn't seem to want to continue in that format, so we are now looking into our options for gas, diesel, and salt. Jerry, I believe you've looked into the gas and diesel part of things.
Yes, so for the gas and diesel, this is for the highway department. And in the past, we used to go over to the town and fill up, and they kept logs on how much we used, and we'd pay them at the different times of the year when they got fuel deliveries. So I reached out to Taylor, which is located right behind Utter Brothers
In the village?
in the village. They have their tanks there. They have diesel and they have unleaded gas. And basically, they have a keypad. So for what we would do for the village, for the highway department, is each truck would get a card for that, specifically for that vehicle. When the guys go fill up, they just swipe the card, they punch in a PIN number, and they can fill up either diesel or unleaded, depending on what the trucks require. And at the end of the month, we'd get a bill, an itemized bill from Taylor, which trucks and how much fuel each one took. They would also get an independent card that Jim, the highway super, would hold on to when they need to fill gas cans for the lawnmowers, tractors, things like that. This way it doesn't skew the numbers for the trucks, how much fuel they're actually using during the course of the year. And their prices are actually pretty good. The last time we purchased, for example, diesel through the town, we ordered through a company called Global, I believe, and it's through the town, they do the ordering. Nonetheless, we paid $3.07 a gallon for diesel. With Taylor, we'd be paying $283.
Oh, that's good, good price.
It's a great price. Again, keep in mind, that's no taxes on the
Yeah.
283, and there was no taxes on the 307 either, but, and these prices vary week to week.
Yeah,
So we haven't ordered from the town in a while, so keep that in mind as well. But the prices are very comparable, if not better. The gas at Taylor is going to be $243. It was $233 last time we ordered for the town, so
It's gonna fluctuate.
It's gonna
It does for our own vehicles.
it's going to fluctuate. The nice thing about having Taylor right here is twofold. One, it's in the village. Two, it's a depot. It's big enough for the trucks to get in and out. A lot of trucking companies use them. They have a generator set up, so in the village, if they lose power on that street, the gas pumps still operate. I use it for one guy that I do work for, and they actually have a new keypad on there. Super easy, legible. So my recommendation, since the town administrators don't want to do shared services,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't make this very clear. This is coming from the town board. This has nothing to do with town highway. This is a town board decision that they no longer want to do the shared services, so that's why we're looking elsewhere. And the other part with Taylor's, we wouldn't have that annual,
yeah, we pay an annual fee to the town.
maintenance or whatever
Yeah,
we're calling that
I think we
fee.
pay them $1,500 a year just for access to the pumps, to their gas, to their fuel pumps.
proceed then as you're suggesting.
Yeah. Now, again, that money, the town uses that for doing repairs on the pumps, things like that.
Yeah,
Price is almost comparable, and we're not paying the 1,500 either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about shared services. I would have liked to have seen this continue, but I think they would have charged us a lot more
Yeah.
if we started negotiating with them, so.
So are we ready to enact?
Yeah, I think if we get the board approval tonight, I can get moving on it, and by next week, the guys could be pumping there.
So do you want to make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to open a contract with Taylor to get our diesel and gas through them.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Just to continue on that path, just for another second, I have also reached out to New York State DOT, who has a salt shed here in the village, to see if we can do a shared services or an agreement of some kind with them to utilize their salt shed where we would purchase the salt, we'd have it delivered there, but we would have, they would store it for us. So I did reach back out to DOT today, because I haven't heard back from them yet, and he said he has a meeting with the regional reps tomorrow. So as soon as I have some information on that, I'll let you know.
Can we buy the salt?
Yeah,
from
we
New
would
York?
buy
No,
it.
can we buy it
Oh,
from
I
New
don't
York?
know. So all I've done is knocked on the door and asked if there was a possibility of us being able to have some room in their salt shed for our salt.
But
we'll
presumably,
see.
they can buy it cheaper than we can.
Right. Well, we right now buy the salt through the county. However,
And if-
right now, I know the town of Pauling is not going to be buying through the county. Apparently, the county, all the municipalities in Dutchess County have been using the county. Unfortunately, the company that they're getting the salt from, the quality is really poor. And the towns and villages have been complaining about it, but they've yet to change. So now towns and villages have been moving away from ordering the salt, because when you order in bulk, you get a better rate.
Yeah.
They're now moving to a company going directly through, I believe, the state. Is that OGS is state? Yeah, so it's under a state contract
Okay.
going directly. And so I know that's what Bob Grill's gonna be doing for their salt this year. So,
And in the past with the salt, we ordered with the town.
yeah.
So if they needed 50 tons and we needed 20, they would order 70 tons.
Okay.
The bills would get divided.
Right.
And that's kind of the downside to not having a shared service. You buy them more, you get a better price.
Yeah.
So now they're going to be paying more because they're not going to have our tonnage added, just like we're going to be paying more because,
But if we pay for it through the state, maybe we might end up in a better spot.
You
I just-
might, yeah.
I just wanted to point out that even if you can't purchase directly from the state, there may be an opportunity to piggyback off their contract. So that would be a good resource to have.
All right, so we're exploring that, and once I know more information, I'll bring it back to the board, okay? Thank you, Jerry, for that one.
Sure.
Next is, when we did some attorney changes and we made our conflict attorney, Vanderwater, our attorney, we never backfilled a conflict attorney. So we have a person, Rebecca Volk, which Jerry and I had spoken to, and she's willing to be our conflict attorney. You have the information. She's also being the conflict attorney for the sewer commission. So we have that information. I think that she'll be a great fit for this.
It's the same type of deal, right?
Same exact thing,
Yeah, okay.
same hourly rate.
Yeah.
It's just,
Mhm.
we did it for the sewer commission, now we need to do it for the village. So,
The one thing that I liked about Rebecca was she has gained a lot of experience doing municipal work, and she has no ties to the village whatsoever.
yeah,
You know.
so she shouldn't have any conflict
Mhm.
in the village, so.
Yeah, resume's good.
So I'll make a motion to move forward with Rebecca Volk as our conflict attorney.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 I will be talking to her tomorrow, so I will let her know that that went through. So we have some Village Green Public Assembly permits to approve. So the first one is for the annual Town of Pauling Triathlon on July 12th. Anybody have any questions
No.
regarding that?
There's no changes from the past years, right?
No.
Same routes? Yep.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next one is for our annual St. Patrick's Day Parade, which is going to be February 22nd.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
Second.
Any discussion?
I would like to discuss a little bit about it, but we could do it at the end of the meeting, just about the routes they're going to take.
You could go ahead.
Yeah, why don't we just do it now? So, as the smallest parade gets larger, last year there was some difficulties with some of the trucks for the parade route. They used to line up behind the post office and had it on Elm Street. Talking with Henry from Quick Stop from the Chamber, what they plan on doing this year, which I think Art and I discussed briefly, they're going to have all the trucks that are going to be in the parade come in up off of Corbin, come down Charles Coleman. They're going to take a right on Willett, I believe that is,
Okay.
and then get onto Walnut.
Oh,
Yeah, Summit onto Walnut. Basically, they're going to come down towards Elm Street. They're going to line up
oh,
on
Summit
Walnut.
to Elm
Yeah, Summit to Elm.
then. Okay.
They'll line up on Elm Street. I'll have, we'll talk to Jimmy about putting up.
That's where they used to, and I think that was a better situation than what they've done the last 2 years,
Yes.
which has been that they've been on Oak and Arch, and we're trying to get traffic through there as
Exactly.
well as the trucks.
Yeah, so they're going to do all their lineup for the trucks on Walnut,
No,
down
Elm.
on, Walnut down onto Elm. Their trucks are still going to be up on Walnut.
Okay.
They have,
Elm goes right to Summit, so I'm not sure
No,
why
Elm-
they'd be on
Elm-
Walnut.
okay, you might be right, I'm sorry. So Elm,
They're gonna be on Elm.
they're going to be on Elm, they're going to be on Elm all the way up, yes, all the way up the hill.
Yep.
So the traffic stays out of the village, they're going to come in on that way. The pedestrians, the people that are going to be walking in the parade will be lining up on Oak Street. And they're still going to keep that open for two-way traffic,
Okay.
to go both ways. They're going to open that up as a two-way. So I just wanted to put it out there, so,
Just Broad would be closed.
yes. Yep,
Okay. All right, we had a motion and a second, right?
Yep.
All discussion, so everyone say aye?
aye.
All right, we have another permit for Eastern Dutchess Roadrunners. This is another annual event. This is for May 18th.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we have unusual, we have 2 pay requests. So we have pay request request number 3 for Amity Construction Corporation in the amount of $68,536.01 for Anderson Way water main replacement project. So this got us to shut down, they are shut down for the winter now, but this was all of the pre-construction work, all the materials, and actually digging and installing the water main on Anderson Way. Then we had to shut down for winter, that was what was best. So come spring, they'll then come back and they'll be connecting the water main to West Main Street and then go back and do all the service lines, so.
So this pay request gets us caught up to where they are right now, basically?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So I'll make a motion for pay request number 3 for Amity.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then we have a pay request for Castleman. This is for Lower Baxter work. They were the electricians, doing all of the electrical work for the new water treatment facility. And I think some other minor things that had to be done in the older water treatment facility that needed some electrical work done there too. So this, I believe, finishes out Castleman for Lower Baxter. Or if not, there might be just some minor punch lists items that might still need to be taken care of. And speaking of that, Friday, Jonathan will be down, and Jonathan and Rich are gonna go through and do a punch list at Lower Baxter. So we'll know all what needs to still be done so that we can be closed out in that project. So this is pay request number 10 for Castleman, the amount of $14,483.23. I'll make a motion to approve that pay request.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Then we have a water penalty waiver request for $56.98 for account number 10085. If you recall, we also had the penalty waiver request at the sewer commission for the same landowner, for the same circumstances.
And we waived the fee.
The penalty,
Oh, the penalty.
just the penalty.
The penalty, rather, yeah.
She's paying the bills,
Yeah.
water and sewer,
Yeah.
we're just waiving the penalty, so
Yeah.
does anybody have any questions or concerns? So I'll make a motion to waive the penalty in $56.98.
I'll second
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, Jonathan, I'm sorry, I spoke to what you were going to speak on for Lower Baxter, but you can maybe elaborate.
Stole my thunder. No,
I know, I'm sorry.
no, it's all good. I'll be in the village Friday, as the mayor stated. I'm going to do a walkthrough of Lower Baxter with Rich with H2O, and we'll update the punch list, like she said, for closeout, for substantial completion items. We're also going to be doing, for Pauling Commons, for the water service installation, we're going to have a pre-construction meeting with the village, the applicant, and the whole project team, just to highlight requirements and go visit the site before we allow things to progress here and move forward. So those are really the only 2 items I have currently, unless anybody has any additional questions or concerns.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Jonathan.
No problem.
Sarah, is there anything that you have?
Yes, I am working on drafting a comprehensive memorialization of all the stop intersections in the village, and the directions of those stop signs. That way, should the village seek to amend any of that, you would have a spot in the code to put those amendments. That should be coming in the next month or so,
Okay.
at least for introduction. There'll be a public hearing, it is a local law, so the public should keep an eye on the agenda.
Okay.
And that will be done separately from the stop signs that we want to add, or a stop sign that we want to
So
add
it's all going to be done at the same time.
at the same time? Okay.
Right. Right.
Any other questions?
One public hearing.
Yes, that's nice. Thank you, Sarah. All right, I will make a motion to approve the December bills in the amount of $83,019.24.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, before we adjourn, does any board member have anything that they would like to bring up?
I do.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, I wanted to report up Anderson Way, I want you to know that the highway guys have been over there. I guess they were pretty torn up from plowing, what have you, if there's any repairing, just to keep you updated.
Okay.
And, that's about it, I wanted to thank them for Sunday night.
Yes,
All that plowing.
I will say we got some compliments regarding the good plow job that they did during the storm, so, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So, at our last meeting, I failed to mention, I feel bad about it. Ann Hardman was a local village resident. She's been here for over 30 years. She was on the zoning board for over 20 years, which is a volunteer position, not paid. She sat on that board for over 20 years. She had passed away right around the holidays. And I meant to make mention at our last meeting. You know, she knows quite a few people in the village, and, you know, my condolences, our condolences goes out to the family and friends. Yeah, so I just wanted to make mention.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else?
No.
Well, being that there's no public, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you, everyone. Thank you, John.